Hey everyone, this is Chris with TechLife&Stuff again. Last video we did on a crypto mining rig, did a little brief overview of what parts we needed. This time around we wanted to do a little bit more of a discreet way of setting up one of these miners. Last one we did around, probably put some pictures of this, but we rack mounted them as well as putting them on milk crates. Airflow is a must on these cards. Airflow is a must on these multi-card rigs. But this time around we're just going to go ahead and do a quick little build. Did the build already. Just going to show you what can be possible on a single card rig. This setup, we went ahead and got a case from our local store. This is going to be the Thermaltake Commander MSI Snow Edition case. It's going to be a mid-tower case, so you don't have to go full tower to actually have these miners working. Again, mid-tower case. So let's go ahead and turn it around and see what we actually have going on inside. Right off the bat, since we are doing a single card rig, went ahead and went with the Corsair CX750M power supply. Now this power supply can really only support one graphics card, one GPU that needs a 6+2 or 6. It can only do really one 6+2 strand. So we're going this route because again we're trying to do more or less of a setup that we can replicate on a bunch of tower setups. Again, the milk crate and the wire rack mounted ones are good, but we wanted to go ahead and optimize something so that it can be replicated. Again, this is the power supply we want. As it is, just to repeat it, you can only set up one card with this power supply. There's not enough modular inputs for it, so you're going to always have to keep that in mind. Going from there, we actually continued on with the good reliable motherboard. We got the Gigabyte 970A DS3P in here. Again, that motherboard does allow for up to 5 PCIe cards using risers and whatnot. This is what we had available, so we just went ahead and used it for this rig as well. The actual card we're using is a, say it's a Sapphire R9 290 card. The currency we are mining is Ethereum, and this card will get you, without really needing to overclock it, about 30 mega hash per second on Ethereum mining. You might want to do some overclocking. You know, your mileage may vary, but again, you want to go ahead and make sure whatever you do on the core clock as well as the memory keeps the rig stable. No need to overclock and not get anything that stays the way you want it. So definitely, we went ahead with this particular card. We figured we're going to go ahead and do a desktop unit. Might as well try to put a more heavier duty card. And you can kind of see, let me go ahead and move these connectors here. Even on this mid-tower case, the card is pretty hefty, so you can kind of tell probably 3 fingers width of clearance. Again, you can definitely always remove these hard drive cages. I didn't see the need for it once we actually had the card in. And the card is actually clicked into the motherboard. No risers are needed. Again, you can actually, if you replace the power supply with the more heavier duty one, you can actually fit in an additional card in here comfortably. And I'll actually show you the back panel where I popped out the little inserts, so you can actually see how that is possible. When it comes down to the memory, again, these miners do not require a lot of memory. This one, since we're going a single card, we went ahead and tried it out with a single 2 GB DDR3 card. And we actually fired it up during testing. We're perfectly fine with what we needed, and we weren't finding ourselves lagging at all. processor, you can't really see it under this store-bought heatsink, but we're going with the AMD Sempron 145 processor. Again, not too heavier duty of a processor, we're just going for with what worked. And a lot of what we're doing here, you're going to see, is pretty much the same components we would have used on a milk crate mining rig. You know, sometimes if it works, you don't really want to shy away. Sometimes if it works, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. So keep on using the same things over and over again, right? Going on to what we're actually using as an OS. All of our miners are running the ethOS mining distro. Definitely recommend it. You can find it at GPUShack.com. Love the development that you're doing over there with that distro, and it's been working for us great. So all in all, this is a quick little brief overview of what a desktop mining rig can be. Again, pretty basic power supply, heavier duty card. Both of these work perfectly fine. And tucked in here we have the SSD with the ethOS distro. I'm going to go ahead and turn this tower just around so you can go ahead and see that it is indeed possible to comfortably put an additional card in here. I'm going to tilt the case a little bit so you can actually see where the actual 16-time PCIe can be used around in this area. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the case around and show you the back panel. So, tilt it again. You can see where our R9 290 is comfortably. Again, all of these GPUs will always be taking up 2 of your PC input slots, whatever you want to call them. All of these cards will take up 2 PCI slots on the rear of your case, so keep that in mind. You definitely want to have enough of these to begin with. And again, this area popped out here, inside of the case, actually will allow for a direct connection to the PCIe 16-time slot on our Gigabyte 978 DS3P board. This was Chris with TechLife&Stuff. Going ahead and giving you a quick little tour of the R9 290 desktop mining rig, mining Ethereum. Go ahead and link, share, and subscribe, and we look forward to doing more of these videos to help you and anybody else who finds themselves a little bit in the dark with crypto mining and wants to get on board. Have a good one, everyone.